What's going on, everyone? Matt Lodge 44, Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones says I'm late. I think 2 minutes is pretty good, or 3 minutes now. 3 minutes is pretty good timing. But I am here. Thank you for joining. Uh, have a little adult beverage tonight. I'll explain later. Nah, I'm not going through like a midlife crisis. I probably should have started off with that first. Um, I gotta work tomorrow, but I do gotta get up early too. It kind of sucks, but I can still be a little bit tipsy tomorrow. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Let's see. Got one person watching, one person here. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining me, I guess I should say. Let's see. What are we talking about today? My wife just told me that California is falling off the face of the earth. So if you're in the California area, be careful out there. Oh, what else do we got here? Oh, I know. I had this in my hand, but I meant to get this other figure from my bag here. I'm assuming, let's see, one person here. I'm assuming you went to go get snacks or something for the stream. That's a good idea. Probably gonna might get hungry. Good idea. Get some snacks. There we go. This figure out. We'll talk about it. I'll talk about it. Someone will pretend to listen about it. Am I live? Yeah, I'm live. Okay, cool. I don't know if y'all saw the review. Could have been done better. And I said in the review, because like it has the issue, see right there. I still haven't glued it in. I'll admit I have not glued it in yet. But I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to get a figure and immediately have to glue it in. I don't like that idea. It was a nice figure. Great idea for a figure. Well, I guess the character is based off comic book, but uh I don't like the execution of it because the legs fell out. And I know I can glue it. I know that I will glue it, just not right now. Because I want to do a live stream first with it, and then go from there. Then I'll glue it in. But it's a nice looking figure when it's all complete. And I know some people were looking forward to it. I was looking forward to it. It sucks that it didn't work out the right way, but um and before, I know some people are like, "Oh, Loose Collector, they're a small company. You gotta forgive them." Like the Ramen Racer issues. Y'all know that the Ramen Racer things. Let's see what's going on here. My phone's not plugged up properly. Trying to make sure my phone don't die while we're streaming. Oh, that don't work. I think my kid broke this charger. Still doesn't work. Okay, all right, there we go. Um, the Ramen Racer. I didn't get the Ramen Racer, but some other people did. And apparently there was a big mix up. I posted about it on Instagram. It got a lot of comments from people. Some people thought it was me that got it messed up. I didn't order it, so I didn't nothing messed up with me. But one thing that was crazy was that they shipped the wrong car to some people, and the first option they gave them was, "Hey, if it's cool, we'll send you the one you ordered. But if not, or no, they said it would send you the one that you ordered." And they're like, "But if it's cool, we're gonna go and charge you $80, and you can keep the wrong one." And some people were like, "Well, you gotta understand, it's a smaller company, blah 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 blah." Okay, it is a smaller company, but that doesn't mean the consumer has to take the hit. That was my whole thing. It's like give options. You'd be like, we can send you a shipping label to ship it back, or you can pay $80 and keep the car, and we'll bill you. Those are two options. They didn't give two options. I thought it was kind of odd. The first thing was like, hey, we'll just charge you another $80. My thing is probably because the shipping was so expensive on that thing. Because a lot of people were like, oh, it's not expensive. It's this much, and Hasbro charged this much. And then I did a breakdown video to show y'all that if you unlocked all the figures with Hasbro, because that's let's be real. That's tied into the price. If you unlocked all the figures, the car comes down to about the same amount, and the shipping on the Ramen Racer was ridiculous, and that's why it came out to almost the same price. So it was weird that Ramen Racer was immediately like, "Here's it. We're gonna charge $80 if that's cool." They should have given more options. That's all my thing. My thing was should have gave more options at the first, right off the jump, more options. Do my 9,000. What's going on, man? It says, "What up, Sonny? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday indeed." It is September 1st, so we're getting into the cooler months, or as Austin, Texas knows it, the mid 90s degrees. But yeah, I don't know. The ramen racer thing was kind of crazy. They do have ramen vans now that are coming out. Ola, what's going on? It says, finally got my two racers. Did you get the right ones? I had a lot of people were having issues with it. And then right now, Ramen has on their website you can pre-order a van. There's like four different options of vans. I think they're starting off pretty cheap. I think they started at like $99 or something like that. So it's kind of weird that they offer like an early bird price and then they immediately ramp it up to like 50% the price or whatever. So it's like, why don't you just keep it at the early bird price all the time? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Ravenous Collecting, what's going on? It says, what's up? We're just here chit chatting about some small cars. No, the Ramen Racer does look cool, and they got the Bandito out for anybody that missed the Ramen Racer. Although I did hear that Ramen Toys will make more Ramen Racers, so if you're looking for that one, be on the lookout. Olu says I did get the correct ones. I was so impressed. I bought the white van too. The white van does look cool, man. Like everybody wants a black van because it's like a Punisher van. They said I like the white van. It looks cool. The white van does look cool, which is kind of crazy too because Odd Frog Entertainment and 112 Garage also had been working on a van. So Ramen Racer was first to get their cars in people's hands, so they'll probably get that van in people's hands faster too. But Odd Frog Entertainment and 112 Garage still have some nice stuff. Ravenous Collector says they took the lights and sounds from the van. See, I wasn't like even with the Engine of Vengeance, I was never really a fan of having the sound in there. I don't know. It's if you're doing photos, there's no point for having sound in it. So it's like it didn't make any. Or no, I'm sorry, Engine of Vengeance didn't have sound. It just had the lights. The lights are cool. The ROM race had the sound. I didn't think that, I don't see the point of sound, to be honest with you. But some people were like, "Oh, I liked it." I also didn't think it really sounded like a muscle car. That's just me too. Olu says Ramen Logistics has some issues, but the product is higher quality. Yeah, they were saying, or someone was defending Ramen, and they were saying that it was the shipping company that was messing up. And I was like, but that's something that Ramen Toys has to take up with that shipper. Like, I think they should have went after the shipper, like, you owe us this money because this went to the wrong hands. And then I was kind of thinking, like, well, does that mean that some people weren't going to get their car at all because they shipped the wrong ones? Now they got to replace it. So it's kind of, I don't know. I don't know how they planned on that. Like how many extras that they had that they could afford to just let people keep them for $80. Ravenous Collecting says, yeah, I don't like the sound effects either. I mean, to me, it didn't make any sense. Like I said, you're going to do photos mostly or have it displayed on your shelf somewhere. I don't see the point of having the sound. Hey, speaking of shelves, I'm gonna probably rearrange these shelves and put everyone's side profile. So get a look at their faces now because I'm probably gonna switch it up and try to smash as many figures on there as possible. Just speaking of shelves and such. Because yeah, I gotta get some more stuff. Like some of the stuff I have, just it's in boxes and I don't like that, so I'm gonna put them out there. That way they can also collect dust like my other ones. So, but yeah, no, the Bandito is also coming out. I think it's 185 free shipping, and I think they said not Diamond Select. What's that company? Gentle Giant Studios is helping them with the manufacturing, I think. I can't remember. Olu says, "Let my 3-year-old son play with the Vanguard, but he dare not touch ramen racers." Oh, you got the Vanguard too? Or wait, was it the Vanguard? The Vanguard's out? No, the Vanguard's not out yet, right? The what is it? The Vamp? Is that the one that's out? The Vamp was out. The ramen racers do look cool. Like I will admit, they look cool. I did get bombarded with messages when I made my comparison video though, so I was like, y'all gotta chill. Like it was funny too because they were just like kind of proving me right. They weren't really proving me wrong. I was like, the math is working. Rabbit's Click says, "Did you make those shelves?" No, I mean, kind of. They're from IKEA. They're like $7.99. Well, they were $7.99 when I got them, and it's actually a rack for like 5 shelves. And they're for little figurines. But if you leave some of the shelves out, you can fit action figures on them. But yeah, they're like $7.99. I bought like I don't know 8 packs or something like that. They're stretched out through this wall and over here. Oh, the Vanguard is out. Okay. I didn't know that came out yet. That looked cool too. The Vanguard did look cool. I don't have any room for vehicles. Like I have 2 shelves over here, and I have my '66 Batmobile from McFarlane on there. Some blue wrestling car, look like a little Camaro, so I got it. And then my McFarlane Batmobile is also on there, and that takes up the whole space. Like I don't even have room for what is it? The Fortnite boat. Called the Fortnite boat. They're cheap, so I had to get it. Olu says Vanguard is fun. It's like a playset. Oh, that's what's up right there. Yeah, that looks cool. The Vanguard did look cool. And then I thought Mesco was gonna put their is it Rambler or Rumbler, Rumbler. I think it's Rumbler. Yeah, Rumble Society. Have you seen the Mesco Rumbler? That thing looks cool, but whew, I can imagine that's going to be at least probably $3.99 is what I'm guessing. That's going to be a lot for that one, but it looks cool and it's Mezco, so it's probably going to be pretty hefty. But yeah, and then of course Mezco, the way they charge for your shipping, they'll probably say that it weighs 187 pounds and charge you like $52 to ship it. Mezco, stop doing that. Like ship it for what it weighs. It's really irritating. Let me get a drink real quick so we can get emotional tonight. Rick Jones, what's going on, man? Ravenous Collector says, "I really want a Batmobile from the Batman movie." That one is called, what is that one called? They have a 1/10 scale um, remote control car from the Batman movie. You can usually catch it for like $99 on Amazon. Sometimes they have it on sale, so you can get it for like $94 or something like that. But they do have one. It looks dope. If I'm not mistaken, I think I want to say Pharaoh Monch got it, and then you can make a little modification to it and make it to where the doors open or something like that. But I think Pharaoh Monch had it. If you're not following Pharaoh Monch on Instagram, he buys a lot of toys. But yeah, I think he's the one that has it. But yeah, there is one. It is cool. Like I said, I think it's a Hot Wheels, if I'm not mistaken, Hot Wheels brand. But it's a remote control car, and then the doors open. I think you have to modify it to make the doors open. But that Batmobile was dope from the Batman movie with Robert Pattinson. That was a cool Batmobile. I like that one. I don't really like that other one. That is that one called the Tumbler? Is it the Tumbler? The one from the Batman Dark Knight Rises. I didn't like that one that much. The one that comes with Lucius Fox. I didn't like it that much. I do like the Lucius Fox figure though. Who doesn't want Morgan Freeman figure? Like that's just dope to have. Olu says, "Went hunting for that Batman popcorn bucket." I saw someone post a screenshot from I want to say eBay or Mercari, and someone had a whole bunch of them. They're selling for like $65 a pop. I was like, "That's someone who works at the theater and stole them." Rick Jones says, I was on the hunt for the Diddy Kong figure and found one today. The thrill of the hunt. Is it the Diddy Kong? Where is he at? No, I think this might be the one that I have. It's like the Jack Pacific one. Looking for. Oh yeah, Barman looks dope, man. Oh, the whole Simpsons line, the 5-inch Simpsons line looks cool, man. Jens, what's going on, man? Says hi everyone. Hi Sonny. Happy Sunday and Labor Day. Oh yeah, happy Labor Day, everyone. Especially if you're like 2 hours ahead of me. Sorry, Labor Day for you. Is Labor Day is an American holiday though, right? I think so. We celebrate labor by having a day off. That's cool. Matlogic44 says, I found Lucius. I'm happy with it. Someone sent me too a photo of their Target and they had like 4 of them on the shelf. I was like, what? I'd heard that there was 1 per box, so now I'm all confused. But yeah, Morgan Freeman. Who doesn't want a Morgan Freeman figure? Morgan Freeman was the best movie principal ever. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Lean on Me, right? It's an amazing movie. Has a song, goes with it. It's a dope song. Hey, you know who would look good with that black ramen racer? A complete La Muerta figure. Ravenous Collecting says there were 5 Bartman at my Walmart. I have yet to see any of those in store. Granted, I haven't been to the store in like a week, but when they were dropping and stuff like that, I had to stop in for groceries and such. And so I'd look, but they weren't there. So maybe they'll come up. Savage Saint says, what's up, mofos? Happy Sunday with the girth. Well, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, no, I haven't seen any of those Simpsons characters. Hey, you know what I did want to tell y'all? I don't know if y'all saw on my Instagram page. I had stuck Weapon X in a animal cracker jar filled with water. I took him out yesterday, and for some reason he has like white chalk all over him now. I don't know if I didn't rinse out the animal cracker thing enough. I don't know if y'all could see the white chalk. Hey, see on the red line it has all that white red line has all that white chalk. That's all over the figure, except for on his underwear. His underwear didn't catch any. But it is very weird. It's like some weird white crusty chalk. And I don't know if that's the water that did that or what, but it looks like he's ashy now. It's like ashy Wolverine or ashy Weapon X. I almost said Wolfen X. Ashy Weapon X. Yeah, I don't know if it was just the fact that it was all water that I had in there or what, but it's very weird. So I also had a wire with some electrical tape in the water with them. I don't know if that causes a weird chemical reaction, but I gotta figure out how to clean this figure now. Especially because I think it went up in price. I think every Wolverine figure went up in price after the Deadpool movie. Hard water. How dare you, Mr. Jones? I have a water softener. What was Wolverine up to? Matt Lodge 44 says, I must have walked into a fresh case at the Walmart, had the super bat pick up the blue bat fleck from Flash. Super bat. Is that humongous Build-A-Figure bat? I don't like that bat. I don't like the way it looks. Why? Saberstein says, just some Dawn and water should do it. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I tried scrubbing it with just more hard water, apparently, Mr. Jones. No, I did try to scrub with more water, and I was like, what is going on here? That's messed up, though, man. It's like you're telling me that my water softener don't work. Also, probably should not left it in there for like 2 months, but it is what it is. Mistakes happen. Mm-mm-mm. All right, let's see what else. What else we got here? Got my hood figure. Got the hood right there. There we go. Got to keep him fresh. Matlock says Batman Superman. Oh. Right. That weird thing. It looks like the artist proof or whatever. Yeah, or he has like everything mixed up. Yeah, he looks cool, but I don't know. I don't know if that's something. Miss Jones says might be a reaction to the water and the oils and the plastic. That's what my first thought was, and then my other thought was maybe the tape or the glue from the tape also affected it. But I will try some Dawn dish liquid. By the way, if you ever have an animal that has fleas, Dawn dish liquid makes the fleas jump right off the body. All you do is fill up a bathtub, put some Dawn soap in there, throw your animal in there. No more fleas. They're all gone, which is pretty cool. Ravenous Collecting says, what's your favorite line to collect? Oof, okay. So, my favorite line is probably Mezco, because you get a lot of accessories and interesting accessories at times with the figures that you get. But my favorite to collect for posing purposes is probably any SH figure where it's anime, even though I don't watch anime. I tried watching. Oh, I still am in the process of finishing up season one of Chainsaw Man. It's been like maybe 5 or 6 months since I last saw it. That was pretty cool. But I don't really watch anime, but I love their anime figures. Savage Saint says Walmart came through with my Warlord X and Venom today. Yeah, everybody's getting them. Well, I shouldn't say everybody. Most people are getting them today or yesterday, I think it was too. Dude by 9000 says, have you tried Odious's duster on the hood? I have not actually. I need to try it on there. I think it would fit pretty good. Ravenous Sculling says, I really want that Mezco the mask. Yeah, that one's processing at this moment, but some people already have it in hand. They got it from like different stores and stuff. Some people are saying that specific toy stores got it first, which I was like, It's like Mezco's becoming like Hasbro, where if you order for somewhere else, you get it faster than from the actual manufacturer of it. Kind of sucks. But if you didn't get that one, 5K Toys and VC Toys, they also have mask options. I can't remember. PW Toys, I think it is. PW Toys that makes the other mask figures. But they're Jim Carrey mask. So if you want a Jim Carrey the mask, PW Toys has those. Mezco has the comic book one. I'm not familiar with the comic book at all. I used to watch the movie and the cartoon, but I'm not familiar with the comic book. But it does look like a good figure, though. From especially in the pictures that I've seen too, it looks like a nice figure. Which PW Toys is actually a nice figure too. I don't see him up there, but I know he's a nice figure. I'll vouch for that. PW Toys has a nice mask figure. The only thing I don't like about some of those third party manufacturers when they make the whole neck piece one. I know there's a few Mezco figures that are like that, I think, but I don't like that. And then Marvel Legends did it with the Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man Thanos 2-pack. He has that neck as one piece. I think it was Miles Morales from Into the Spider Verse also has it like that. Am I thinking the right one? I don't know. I don't like the neck when it's connected to the head. Savage Saint says, did you take O's arms off to get the Gambit jacket on him for the pick, or did you just swap his head onto a Gambit? No, I actually just pulled his hands off and slid it on him. That sounded weird, but yeah, no, I pulled his hands off of him and I just slipped it right on. It went on pretty easy, actually. The only issue that I had later was it's just like the with the regular one. When you move the arms, uh, sometimes it can get restricted, so you got to kind of move the material and then move the arms separate. But yeah, no, it was a. Oh, I thought I still had it on him. I don't. I have just a naked body without a head at this point. Uh, but yeah, no, I'm still getting a lot of fun out of this odious figure. Shout out to Unparalleled Universe for the Otis figure, his dream came true. And if you want an anorexic werewolf, you can put that veteran William head kind of, probably have to heat it up. You put that veteran William head on there and have an anorexic werewolf if you like as well. No, but I do like this Otis figure a lot. And I know I said it in the last live stream, in case y'all thought I was lying. I still do. I still do like this Otis. Trying to find a head for it. Okay, look. Here's the jacket. Yeah, so with the jacket, I just popped off the hands. His shoulders are too thick to get mine on him. Really? Yeah, I just popped his hands off. Mr. Jones says, "Did you get your street humans yet?" Mr. Jones, that's not funny. We know that one did not pass. And then just slid it on. Now, does it go right over? Nah, you got to kind of pull it. But once you pull it, it fits on there. Like I said, it is kind of tight around the shoulders. So you do kind of have to maneuver the jacket around with the arm. But yeah, it's all right on there. And then I had these pants from, what was this from? Candyman, I think. The little, like, I don't even know why I had a Candyman figure. But it came with, it was like clearance at Walmart. So I was like, oh, I can use those little pants. But that's the pants that I had on them. And these pants slide right over his feet. And then, like I said, I just threw that Rubio head on to stun on folks. But yeah, the jacket goes on pretty simple. I will say I think I have the re-release of the Gambit though. Rick Jones says, "Veteran William, best werewolf ever." I agree. I really like that figure. That is a nice figure. The whole line from what is it, Fury Planet? Yeah, that whole line is dope. Sorry, I was messing with stuff and I just threw everything in a box right next to me. But can't find his head. Oh, you know what? Because this one had a Rubio head on it. I just get an Odious head instead. But yeah, no, the Veteran William is cool. They have another Veteran William option. I'll say option. I saw it advertised on Facebook through Big Bad Toy Store, but it does look like they're gonna have another Veteran William option because there's a white one too. I think that was the white one you could get off of AliExpress, but it was, I want to say it was like was it a exclusive to some other random site? But yeah, the Odious figure is dope. Just got to heat up the heads. I thought I heated this head up. Currently, I did not. It's not going on, and I don't want to break it. So put that back. Let me get the other Odious out there. I have. Let's see. If I weren't Odious, where would I be? There we go. All right. You know what's crazy though? I do like the look of Odious with just the cutoff. The cutoff flannel vest. I like that look. And this figure I still keep him around, posing around. It's cool. I like it. The only thing that I don't like about figures with soft goods is that you can't use those flight stands that I got from 796 Studios because you can't shove them in their butt anywhere, so it can't hold them. Rick Jones says the Rabbit Swordsman was due back in December by then. I looked at that rabbit, but I don't like that you can't unsamurai him. Like Veteran William, you can make him just be a werewolf, or you can make him have clothes on. That sounds weird. But and then Crocker, he always has pants on, but like I don't know. I think if you could have made the rabbit just like a weird rabbit and not be a samurai rabbit, then that would have been cool. But he was actually the cheapest one of the whole set, I believe. And then they got that lion coming out. That lion looks fire. That's what I would put if I was typing this. That lion looks, and I put the little fire emoji. That lion looks dope. I think it's Fury Planet doing that lion as well. They get very confusing at times. But I do want to do a picture with Odious fighting Veteran William. I feel like these would be people that are fighting against each other. I get his little mane on him. There we go. But yeah, this werewolf is dope. I know people like that the lone I'm not sorry, the loose collector werewolves. I think they're proportioned weird. Rick Jones says Rabbit looks too human too. Yeah, he he does look human, but that's why I was like, we could just make him like a big jackrabbit. That would be dope. I might have been in for it, but I didn't go for that one. So I just realized I didn't put Veteran William together properly. But no, I do like the Veteran William figure as well. What else? What else? Let's see. Oh, there is some hope. There is some hope for Sub Zero. One of the I'm not Facebook. The one of the Instagram homies makes custom clothing. So, gonna try to get some stretchy pants for Sub Zero here. Because I took his pants off, and he was actually decent at that point. Also superheated his hands to get his hands on there. Toying around, what's going on, man? What's up, Kevin? Welcome to Sundays with the Sonny Channel. We're looking at broken toys right now. Broken naked toys right now. Let's see. I can put this leg back in. There we go. All right, it's back in, and put his little skirt piece back on. There we go. Put this back on, and pop that right into there. And there we go. We have Pantless Sub Zero. This would be first Mortal Kombat feature nudity. Imagine that if you're fighting somebody, right? You're like fighting them. What? You're fighting them, and they don't have no pants on, and they do a flying kick at you. Dude, if a naked dude came through with a flying kick at me, I'd be like, I quit. You win. I don't even know what we're fighting over, but you win immediately. 17 says, how did the plunderling hunt go? Oh, that was cool, man. Right after I got off work, I got the email. It said that they had this little game going on for plunderplanet.com. And it was a little map. And I was like, what is this? It was a little maze. And so I did. I'm like, oh, hold up, man. I was like, this is cool. You get a bunch of letters, you unscramble them, and then you put the secret code into the treasure chest, and it gives you another map with a bunch of different cities all over the world. Well, I say all over the world. It's like Dominican Republic and a few places here in the U.S. and in Canada, some in Canada too. And it just so happened one was here in Austin. I was like, oh, I get to participate. But I had my kid, and I just got him food, and he was like, I'm hungry. I got to go home. So I dropped him off at home. And then I was messing with my coins, and I couldn't find my coins, so I had to look for my coins, found my coins, and then burnt off to the store. And Plunderlings was even hit me up. They're like, "Hey man, that was cool." They're like, Was it far from you?" And I was like, "Nah, it's like 18 minutes down the road." I had never been to that toy store, but it's a pretty nice toy store, and the people there were pretty friendly too. But yeah, it was cool. It was a cool little thing that Plunderlings did. Um, I think it was pretty successful too. Someone on the Plunderlings Facebook group said that they went this morning, I think, and that there were six other people. They were like sixth person that had did it. So it's working. It's working. People are checking it out. Whoa, toying around. Yes, let's make sure make sure we correct that there. Has to find his coin. Okay. Oh, who says that naked ninja? Dude, I'm telling you, man. If I ever get in a fight, I'm gonna take my pants off, my underwear off, and then do a flying kick. Mr. Jones says, "Yeah, I messaged you about that because my best friend went out to Austin and said he was at the same store." Yeah, that's the it's Did he have the coin? Did he have the coin? If he had the coin, they would give him the gold plunderling. Spoiler alert. Yeah, I posted the video and the plunderlings was like, yeah, we're gonna wait to announce what's on there. And I was like, okay, my bad, dude. They were like, no, you're good, you're good. And I was like, okay. But yeah, no, they were. You gotta have the coin. You give them the coin, and then they write your name on a little ticket, and then they give you that stub. They write your name, phone number, and address, and they give you that little stub, and they put it with your coin. And then from what I understand, they're gonna give you a call back, and you can go pick up your coin later on. But I don't know for sure. I haven't confirmed that myself. I've seen other people say yes, that's what's happening, so we'll go with that. But yeah, it was cool. It was a cool little contest that they got going, or not contest, but little game, little interactive game. And then if you're too far from any of the locations, you can what is it? You can email them, and then they'll try to get it out for you. And like when I showed up to the store, this one dude was like, "Oh yeah, someone just literally called from Galveston, which is about 5 hours, 5 6 hours away from Austin." And they were like, "Yeah, they were asking if we were going to do it," and I was like, "Yeah, I think so." So I was the first one in Austin to grab it, which was cool. Um, it was funny too because like I showed up with my cursed idol gold plunderling on my necklace, and I was like, "Oh, it's the same. It's this one too." I was like, I didn't know if the guy was going to realize that that's I was sporting around my neck, but I don't think he did. So it was cool. But yeah, they were real nice people. I just had to wait probably about 10 minutes maybe total because they hadn't had everything set up yet. But yeah, it was cool. It was fun. I liked it. It was dope too because the fact that it was I'm not gonna lie, it was cooler because it was in Austin and I live in Austin, so it worked out for me. Like if I had did it and it was like, oh, it's in Houston, I'd be like, crap. I was like, okay. I was like, still a bit cool game. Just it's a lot more fun when you're able to go and pick up prize. I thought it was a cool little thing that they did. Shout out to Blunderlings. Toying around trying to switch it up. I have to find my medallion. You know, it's crazy too, because like whenever I got those coins, I was like, "Oh, this is cool, cool little interesting thing that they threw with it." And it came, yeah, like I ended up with three of them, and some people were like, oh, "I didn't get one at all." Some people was like with the Kickstarter, they didn't realize like they got them through Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth, and you didn't get the coin that way, and so they were kind of bummed about that. But I was like, "Oh, yeah, that happens." But it's cool because like I thought it was just a little bonus thing that they threw in, like when they threw in the little pins as well. That was just a bonus thing, but the fact that they came back around and used it for the game was dope. I applaud them for that. But yeah, no, it was cool. Oh wait, speaking of cool, toying around. Wait, why am I pointed there? Toying around. I don't know. I don't know where the chat is. Um, Kevin did an interview with Todd McFarlane. That's cool. I haven't seen the whole thing, man. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen the whole thing. I saw the little short clip on YouTube, but y'all should check that out. It's really cool. turn around and says, "I love what Ricky's doing." Yeah, man, that's neat. It's very interesting because at first I was like, I wonder what they're gonna give us, and then when I found out, I don't want to give away too much. Uh, I kind of, I kind of had a feeling that's what it was gonna be. I'll say it that way. Uh, but no, but yeah, I like the plunderings, and the gold one's always my favorite too. So like, I had been wanting to wear the gold one around my neck for like comedy shows and stuff, but I didn't want to lose him, and I didn't want him to get scuffed up or messed up or anything like that. Especially because it was really hard to get that gold one after the Kickstarter ended. Because and Plunderlings actually sent me that gold one just out of goodness, pureness of their heart, just kindness pouring out onto me. Um, and so I was like, man. But then I saw them on eBay. If you were trying to buy another, I was like, eesh, they were pricey. But since I did get that one for the prize, I was like, oh, maybe I can wear this one on my neck now. And people would be like, what is that? I'm like, it's a plunderling. You don't know what these are, man. Get away from me. But yeah, no, it was a very innovative. Let's say it's very innovative. Ray Jones says plunderlings are fun. I need more. Yeah, plunderlings are really fun. I also like the plunder longs as well. I thought those were cool too. Although I did put a plunderling head on there. I put Cheddar's head onto Rusty's body, and I actually like that look for some reason. Rick Jones says, I hope they do more hatchlings. Did you catch the little centaur bodies? But they only came in pink? I think they only came in pink. Yeah, because they were supposed to fit with Rome. I bought the bodies and I'm like, I don't know. I gotta paint them now to match another plunderling. I may paint them gold. That would look cool. I say that. I say I'm gonna paint them. I don't know if I'm gonna paint them. I always say I'm gonna customize this, and then I don't customize it. One of these days, I'm gonna customize some stuff. Rick Jones says, "I want green ones." I would have liked. I wish they would have did both because flute and what's the other one? Grotto. Grotto is the one that the pink one. He'll match. His Plunderling head will match. I didn't get him though. I got flute, and so yeah, the little minty green ones would have been cool. Little minty green bodies. I might try to paint them minty green. I say that. We'll see if it actually happens though. No, I just had them a minute ago. They're berry hatchling crate is what they are. Lone cocoa nuts. Although someone on the Facebook Lone Plunderlings group said that one fell off of their shelf and the leg broke. I was like, oh no. But yeah, I might have to try to paint those winter mint green. Hard to match that mint color. Yeah, I know. It's gonna be difficult. That's why I think gold might be easier to actually match it. We'll see. We'll see. What else is new? Oh, I do have to say this since I have all 11 of y'all here. Let's see. Rick Jones says I sculpted a hatchling's custom body. You know, I really wish that I had picked up one of those otter heads. There was a third party company that was making different animal heads. It was like an otter, a mouse, and was it a hedgehog? I can't remember. But I wish I picked up that otter head and I never did. Now I am sad about that. Because I like otters. It would be cool to have a little otter plundering. But yeah, if y'all haven't seen the La Muerta video, oh, man, I still don't like that. I see it and it bothers me every time. I'll super glue it. tonight before I go to bed. I'll super glue it. So it'll be nice for me in the morning. But I did mention that the women's body styles are getting irritating for me. Um, Mostly because Hasbro gave us a woman's body that can actually move, and I don't know why other people haven't gone to that yet. I still don't understand why they want to have this smooth stomach thing. It doesn't make any sense. Like, if it's a statue, all right, cool. But if it's an action figure, why not just make it to where they can move? So shout out to Hasbro taking that chance, giving us a woman that can do a cannonball if she wanted to into the swimming pool. Well, this one can't because her holster's in the way, but you know what I'm talking about. Oh, what else? What else? Oh, sad news. We have to do car shopping because my wife's car died. Died completely to the point where it's like it probably costs more to fix the car than the car is actually worth. So we got to get another car. Now, what does that mean to my collecting? It means it's going to go from here to here to here to here to here because we're not used to paying a $500 a month payment for a car. So it sucks. It's part of being an adult, unfortunately. So if y'all see reviews for figures that came out months ago, just pretend like they're brand new. Just be like, oh man, did that come out yet? And I'm like, yeah, it did back in September. Um, I realize today's September, but you know what I mean. September 23. But yeah, no, we've been looking at some cars. We've been looking at mostly SUVs. I mean, small SUVs, not like humongous SUVs, but yeah. Rick Jones says, sell the car to pick apart. I already actually submitted to get it picked up and towed out of my driveway, but I also put it that it's broken and all kinds of other stuff, so that way I could strip it for whatever I want and sell stuff myself. Because they're only gonna give you a certain amount, regardless of the condition it's in. And so I put it as just being a junked up vehicle, so I can start ripping things out from it. Loki, what's going on? Says I went in this live hearing women's body styles are irritating. That's true. That's what happens. Mr. Jones says Sonny's about to be like all those other toy YouTubers posting his collection for sale. No, I'm gonna be like those other ones that are like, hey, what's up, guys? Did y'all see they got that new Todd McFarlane? And it's just a picture of it, like just picture. And be like, man, look at all those points of articulation. Wow. And then they never get the figure. That's gonna be me from now on. So I'm gonna review toy photos. I should just do that. Just pull up a photo. Be like, Mr. Jones took this photo right here. Bow. Be like, look at the lighting that he used. Look at the pose that he used. I'm just gonna review people's toy photos. Olu says my wife's sob died last year. It hurt. Yeah, too. It does. It's gonna suck because we got to drop all this money for down payment and start paying monthly. I'm like, oh, I haven't had a car payment in such a long time. I was like, oh man, terrible time too because they've been announcing a lot of nice stuff. I'm like, oh, gotta be responsible. So basically, what I'm saying is, I'm gonna try to end up becoming famous just so I can have more money, so I can pay off this car, get back right to where I'm at. That's the plan. That's the 10-year plan right now. I know the car note will probably only be 5 years, but that's a 10-year plan for me. Like Brother says, have a great live. I'll have to catch the replay. Deuces. Mr. Jones knew exactly what I was talking about. Says Sonny the Great. Oh, maybe I should do that and just use like a horrible Texas accent. So I can come on. Let's see. What figure was just recently announced? Junkyard Joe from Mesco. I'd be like, howdy, partners. We're taking a look at Junkyard Joe from Mesco. Fresh out of, I don't know what property it's from, but fresh out of that. Look at those camouflage pants. Look at the little helmet on him. And people be like, oh man, I like this. I like this guy. Mr. Jones said, I haven't had a car payment in 15 years and I plan to keep it that way. That was the plan. That was originally the plan. Um, it backfired on us. Like the motor backfired and then just didn't start no more. It really backfired on us. Mr. Jones says you got to make sure to complain about the company and the prices they're charging to while never purchasing it, right? That's what you're supposed to do. Back in my day, McFarland was $14.96 out the Walmart. Now they want $24.99. People be like, "Oh man, he's spitting the truth right there, man. I like this guy." And I'd be like, Hasbro with another figure with only 8 hands and 2 heads. Mm, Hasbro always taking our money. By the way, Hasbro is a stupid name to nickname them. If you're gonna mock them, there's way better names than Hasbro. That's all I'm saying. Be creative. Rick Jones says, "What kind of car was it?" It was a Japanese Ford. It's a Mazda. I knew it. As soon as he hit my driveway, I was like, "This isn't gonna last." And here we are, 8 years later. Died. No, she's had it since. Let me see. She's older than me. She's had it since I was a kid, basically. She's had it for quite some time. Mr. Jones says you got to be shirtless in the bottom left corner of the screen too. Hey, I love being shirtless. I would have been shirt. I actually, you know what? I would say 4 out of 5 live streams, I put a shirt on right before I hit go live, so that would just fit in. I'm always shirtless. Is what I'm saying. Like whenever I'm working from home, they're like, "Sonny, let's meet real quick." And I'm like, "All right." So they go Teams, and then they do a video. They're like, "Turn your video on." Video on. I'm like, let me go get a shirt. And they're like, "We want full body." Let me go get some pants. No, they never say full body, but they do say they want the camera on. I'm like, well, let me go get a shirt on. I want you to see my nips. Oh yeah, by the way, I think my La Muerta video set the record for saying the word vagina in a toy review. Most times, what? I think I said it 4 times. I don't know. One of these days I'll get it for more than that, but not right now. I just want to educate the public about that one. But yeah, it sucks to get 2 figures back to back that were not that great. This one might be great. He might be great. Getting some pants for him. And like I said, I finally got his hands on. I had to heat him up so. I actually heated these gauntlets up, the little wrist things. I heated these up, jammed it on there as hard as I could, and then heated up the hand and popped the hands on. So I did it for both sides, and the hands actually stay in it. Smoking Mirror says, just tuned in and heard vagina. That's right. That's what we talk about here. Talk about anatomy. I understand the show Grey's Anatomy. Is that all they talk about? Just body parts? I would imagine so. But it's funny too because like if I say it that way, YouTube doesn't care. YouTube's like, it is what it is. Mr. Jones says the first time I heard vagina in a video game was the beginning of Assassin's Creed 2. What? I haven't played Assassin's Creed 2. I own I don't know. One of the Assassin's Creed games on PlayStation 4. Never played it. My kid plays it a lot, but I never played it. He was playing it, in fact, maybe about 2 years ago. It was during the pandemic. And he was like, "Oh man, this game is cool." And I was like, "Oh, it does look cool." And he's like, "You ever play it?" And I said, "No." He goes, "Okay, I'm on your profile." I'm like, "Oh, great." So it's like, if I try to go play it, I have to erase his progress. Smoke and Mirrors, or Mr. Jones says the clean word is schmanky schmank. Smoke and Mirrors says, no problem by me, even better with show and tell on your figures. I just wonder what, like, if I were to be arrested for a crime and they're like, we gotta look into what this guy was doing, and they go to my Google search, they're gonna be like, what is he talking about? Because some of the stuff I don't really know what I'm talking about on the reviews. Like I'll be saying stuff while I'm reviewing it, and then when I put the little captions at the bottom, I'm like, hey, is that really how that is? And I go look at random stuff. Uterine prolapse. I learned that one. That's when your vagina falls apart, basically. I didn't know that was a thing. That's kind of cool. I mean, it's not kind of, it's not cool. I mean, it's a cool, okay. It's cool that it can happen. No, hold on. It's, it's not healthy, but it's interesting. There we go. It's interesting. That's what smoke. Smoking mirror says plastic prolapse. Basically what it was. Uh, I like that word prolapse too. Prolapse are like what they run at the Olympics. Oh, it's not some amateur laps. These are pro laps. I'm like, oh man, okay. But yeah, no, this Sub-Zero figure still kind of sucks. Like the boots have zero play in them. It's like a 1 degree angle change. But if you can get them in different poses with the pants, that'll be dope. I thought about painting them, just painting his legs black. But let's be real, that would look weird. It would look very weird. He still has little skinny legs. This is actually how I dress when I'm cooking. I have just a full body tunic apron just to cover so I don't burn my chest or, anything else. Rick Jones says it's cool that it's unhealthy. Now, I was trying to say, like, I almost said it's cool that your vagina can fall out, but I didn't want to say that. And I was like, well, no, because that really happens to people. So I don't want to say that it's cool. It's amazing what the body can do. Let's put it that way. It's amazing what the body can do. Mr. Jones says, yeah, at the beginning of the game, Ezio is being lectured. I have plenty of outlets. Lady, I meant besides vaginas. Whoa, hold up. Man, I wonder I wonder who wrote that in the script and they had to prove and they're like, yeah, let's go for it. Let's put that on there. Press it up. Get some games out. No, but I need to try to figure out more words that are not used in toy reviews all the time and start putting those in toy reviews. It'll be older figures that I'll be reviewing. I might be like, hey guys, check this out. Check out this Marvel Legends Rock Python. He's awesome. I have two of them. We'll have one that's broken, have another one. I might have to just review the car. Hey guys, look at this. I'm sitting on the seat. I might be live streaming from this comfortable seat right here. But more than likely, it'll just be older figures. I say older, but I don't know how old it'll be. There's some figures that I've gotten that I never reviewed, and then I was like, oh, I done passed my time to review the figure. I don't want to do it no more. Because, like, I do love recording the reviews, making the content for you. I do love that. There are some times where I'm like, oh man, I really like this review, and then it doesn't get a lot of views. I'm like, oh crap. It is been discouraging. I'm not gonna lie, but I still do them. I still put them out there. Sometimes, like if you're a channel member, there was one that I filmed like a year ago, and I never put out, and I just put it out there. Not recently, but I put it out there before, and so that's kind of what it's gonna feel like at this point. Smoking Mirror says, "I hope you have pants on the what? I hope you have pants on sitting on that seat, unlike your Sub-Zero." That's why I have it so high today. Normally I have it to where like I'm closer, but I might have to get up to answer the door or something. And I don't want YouTube to flag my video. Like, oh no, you can't do that. Um, it's for breathing purposes only, and I'm more aerodynamic. If I have to run from a robber, and I have to be, if I have to run from a robber, you want to be naked because you're more aerodynamic that way. Unless you're uncircumcised, and you might still catch wind, but otherwise, you're way more aerodynamic if you're butt naked, running from criminals. If you're gonna run from criminals, uh, I'm not gonna lie. If a criminal popped in, like if a criminal broke in, I'd be like, look at my wife and be like, I gotta get butt naked. I gotta be the first guy to shoot a criminal butt naked. When the police show up, they'll be like, "Sir, you could have put pants on. It took us 10 minutes to get here." I'll be like, "Hey, I didn't want to make sure that the body, nothing happened to the body, so I had to stay right here." And they'll be like, "Yeah, okay, cool, but all your neighbors are here now." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. None of them got my pants." And they'll be like, "Okay, fair enough." Just as a news station, like on the news, they'd be like, "Naked homeowner shoots intruder." That'd be so dope. Like if that was a news heading, I wonder how many of my people would just hit me up. I was like, "Hey, was that you?" That would be cool. That'd be cool to like make it to the news and people were like, you know what? This might be that fool. Let me see if it's him. They haven't said the name yet, but I have a feeling. Like the rapper Bun B, he shot an intruder. He was fully clothed though, from what I understand. I don't know. He didn't rap about it yet. That would be an interesting Bun B rap song about shooting an intruder while butt naked. Yeah. I feel like that would be more of a Pimp C thing though. Hmm. Either way, I'll make sure I have some tearaway pants in case we ever have an intruder. Just rip my pants off, go after the intruder. What else were we talking about here? Let's see. Man, so people have been asking me if I was going to do another hood calendar. I had planned on it this year. I had already had some photo ideas. There were a few photos shot from that with this car thing. That's where all my money's going to go. Unfortunately, I'm like, dang it. I didn't get to do it last year because I waited too long. And I was like, oh, I didn't think anybody wanted them. People wanted them. I didn't think about it. So I didn't do it last year or the year before. But people kept asking me, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to do them. Now this came up, and unfortunately, I got to put up several hundreds of dollars to make the calendars just so I can sell them. But Rick Jones says naked man shooting happens every year in Florida. Seven says, I normally trust you, but I'm gonna keep my pants on like around. I'm just saying, like if a criminal comes in and I'm like freeze, and if they run at me, first I'll do the naked flying kick at them, hopefully knock them down. If they get back up, pop pop, bam. Naked homeowner shoots intruder. That's that would be I don't know, and I'll still be there on the news. The news would be like, "Sir, can you put some pants on so we can interview?" And be like, "Look, man, the adrenaline's still going through me. All right, it's not gonna happen. Okay, I feel good right now. I feel real good. I feel body positive right now. Let's do this interview." Have I been interviewed on the news without a shirt? No, I've never been interviewed. Actually, I've never been interviewed on the news. I've appeared on the news, not like as a suspect, but I've appeared in the backgrounds of news videos because people have been like, "Hey, man, I saw you on the news." I'm like, "What?" Apparently, I was just walking around and didn't realize that they were filming. That's kind of my thing. I don't look at the camera. I'm a professional actor. We don't look dead into the camera. Okay, it's not what we do. That's delicious. Let's see, 11:36. So we got about 24 minutes. I still got to go to bed early because I got to try to get up and beat the rush at the dealership tomorrow to try to get a vehicle. Unfortunately, um, what kind of vehicle we get, I don't know yet. I was looking at the Bentley wagons and the Aston Martin SUVs, and then they told me to get away from their windows, or they're going to call the cops. So I did. Then went to a different dealership. No, actually, we're looking at some vehicles, and much to my surprise, I haven't been really looking at vehicles. Well, we bought my kid's vehicle, but it was different parameters we were searching for that. But when I was looking for vehicles, I was shocked to find out that you can buy a Mercedes for about the same price as a Chevy. That was kind of odd to me. I always thought that Mercedes Benzes were like completely out of my price range. Now, I want Chevys, love Chevys. I'm a Chevy dude. Hashtag Chevy gang. But the fact that Mercedes Benzes were in that, well, used Mercedes Benz was in that same range, I found that kind of crazy. Mr. Jones says Tesla Cybertruck, dude. Man, here in Austin, I've seen the regular silver ones. I seen one that was rusted. Not like that's what they were trying to do. They weren't trying to like do a patina to it. Like it rusted. I seen a white one, a burnt orange one, a black one, a red one, a white one, and just today, I saw a color changing one. I was like, that's. I don't really like them, but I was like, that's pretty dope. The color changing one, I like that. Matlogic44 says you have a negotiating strategy. I don't. We're gonna go to Auto Nation because when I was looking for my son's car, I looked at Auto Nation and the prices that they were offering the stuff was way cheaper than the other dealerships around us. So I was like, I don't really, and it says that they don't negotiate. They offer the lowest price. So we're just gonna go in and be like, all right, we'll just do that. Mr. Jones says there's a black one out here near me. It's probably Slim Thug. Slim Thug has black on black. Tesla Cybertruck looks dope. Again, I don't really like them, but sometimes when they paint them different colors, they look cool. Loki says, at my Logic 44, his negotiation tactic is to get naked in a dealership. That's how I got thrown out of Hannah Chevrolet, okay? So can't do that. That's for anybody here in Austin. I was like, I just realized I don't know any nationwide auto dealers except for Auto Nation. They're nationwide. So Auto Nation is where we got my kid's car from, and that's where I flew out to Florida, picked it up, and then drove it back. Mr. Jones says it might be Slim Thug. Wife's cousin dated him shortly some years back. Oh man, did you get to meet him? I think he'd be cool to meet. Slim Thug, I've never met. I've met a few Houston rappers. I've never met Slim Thug. I did take pictures of him one time for South by Southwest, but that's about it. That's as close as I got. But I do like his music. I don't recommend getting naked at a dealership. That is a Class C misdemeanor unless there are children present, and then it's all kinds of issues. Mm. I'll tell y'all since there's only 12 of y'all here. I had this idea. I know some of y'all know that I work at a courthouse. That's what I do. Um, I can't hide it. I did videos for them, so I can't really hide it no more. But in Idiocracy, I played a prosecutor, and so my idea was to give information about violations, Class C misdemeanor violations for Texas, dressed as my character. What are your thoughts? Let me hear your thoughts. I'm probably still going to do it regardless of your thoughts, but I just want to hear other people's thoughts on that. Sometimes I want to hear people's thoughts, and they're like, no, don't do it. And I'm like, oh, I'm still going to do it, but thank you for letting me know that the general consensus is I shouldn't do it. That's usually when I'm doing something real stupid. It's when people are like, nah, you probably shouldn't do it. And I'm like, I'm gonna do it anyway. Sorry. But I like to hear other people's opinions. By the way, does anybody know what this is from? I found this when I was trying to straighten up some stuff. I have no idea. I want to say it's from the Super Action stuff, but I don't think it is. Maybe Kano? Storm Collectibles Kano, maybe? Smoke Mirror says, might as well see an Idiox now documentary. Elijah Provencio says, if it's stupid crimes, it'd be hilarious. You know, because also like I've had this idea for a bit, but then like when Terry Crews now is going to have an Idiocracy spin-off comic book with his President Camacho character, I was like, man, I could do something to see what happens. Rick Jones says, my notes are we should move in another creative direction. No, but I did buy all the stuff so I could be my character for Halloween. And I was like, hey, let's do it. Also, because I got to go get my driver's license taken as my character. Matt Lodge 44 says, I think it's a cool deep cut for those who know, but I feel like it would miss most Texans. It might. It might. But I was like, we'll see what happens. And plus, I'll be able to spread knowledge. Because the thing is, like, I'm not a lawyer, so I can't give advice on how to take care of tickets and stuff like that, but I can further explain things because I am certified as a court clerk with the state of Texas. I don't have a plaque here, it's at work, but I am able to break down things and be legit. So that's why I was like, man, I might as well start doing that. Since I'll be doing all these old toy review videos, I might start doing that. I will say though, I will probably not review Marvel Legends figures. Um, they don't get traction. Once they're old, they don't really get traction after that. And I'll be honest, shout out to Dan Who, but he gets everything early, so it's like it's pointless. To me, it's kind of pointless to do Marvel Legends reviews because he gets them so early that by the time you get them, everybody else has already seen the video. So it's like, it's like it's is it a waste of time? Kind of. Um, I still like Marvel Legends figures. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, he gets them soon, and it's just like, nah, I'm all right. Which I don't know if y'all noticed, there haven't been a whole lot of Marvel Legends reviews lately. Um, although that was it Mockingbird from that 3-pack? That's a good Mockingbird. It's a good figure. Elijah Provincial says there's too many other good figs to spotlight. Yeah, that's my thing too. It's like I want to do the ones that nobody else has really seen. That way they be like, man, hold up, this one cool. Ola says, "Are you a clerk of the court?" I am. My full title is actually court operations supervisor. So I have some clerks, and then the clerk of the court is the highest person. So here in Austin, we have a big court, and so our clerk of the court manages the court, but then they have some managers underneath them, deputy court clerks as well, and then supervisors manage the people. So like our clerk of the court, she manages things about the court and instills policies and stuff. But like we create all the procedures and how to's on how to do stuff around what is legal, what we can do for people and stuff like that. So there's multiple levels. But if you go like to a small town, the clerk of the court probably does every single little aspect of it. They might have a few clerks underneath them, but they do probably a good majority of it. I was actually supposed to do how to write a how to the other day. And then I was like, well, wait a minute, we're not doing this legally. And they're like, oh, crap. That's why we don't give Sonny work because then he finds things wrong with it. No, that's right. That's what I do. I once played a lawyer in a movie. That's why. No, but yeah, so that's, I'm in charge of people. I tell them what to do. I'm like, hey, stop saying that. That's illegal. Hey, don't do that. That's illegal. I got to fire you. You're doing too many illegal things. I never fired him. Well, I never fired anybody directly. We'll go with that. I never fired them directly. They don't allow me to be like, you're fired. Get out of here. Instead, I have to be like, here's a bunch of reasons why this person should not work here. Here you go. And then someone else does it. Mr. Jones says, can you make my warrants go away? Yeah, if you pay them, we can make them go away right away. Actually, it's funny because like being that if you work for a court, you have to take an oath of all this stuff because if you give advice as a court employee, that's illegal. You can it's actually a felony. So you can get a felony count for giving someone advice. And then like if you anytime I help people, they're like, oh man, thanks for the advice. I'm like, no, you're welcome for that information. I gave you that information. Elijah says, snitch. See, common misconception. We're actually the ones going to help you get out of that ticket. You just got to know what questions to ask. That's the only thing. We actually don't work against the police. We actually or work with the police. we work technically against the police. If you say you didn't do it, we help you through the process of saying you didn't do it. Mr. Jones says, but let's say I did. Can I get the whole hookup? No, sorry. But if you come by next late April, you can get the warrants waived for free. That's the way. That's the way they do things. There is a time period where if you have warrants and you go into the court, some courts will have a warrant amnesty program. You go in, you get some arrangements, whatever, they waive your warrant fee so you can save money that way. Not all courts do it. Um, Austin's one of the nicer cities in Texas, so we do it. And every time I go to like conventions with other court people, first of all, nobody talks to me until I open my mouth, and then they're like, "Hold up, this guy has ideas. This guy knows his stuff," and then they want to come and talk to me. Like, "Hey, I'm sorry I ignored you before. I thought you were a criminal. Turns out you're not. I'd like to talk to you." Olu says, "Clerks know what's good. I'm always extra nice to them." You know what's funny? I used to commit crimes a lot. I shouldn't say it that way. I got a lot of tickets, well, especially traffic tickets. I got tons of traffic tickets growing up, and I went into the building one time and I was treated so rudely by a person, and it was crazy because a few short years later, I was that person's supervisor, and I was like, "Hey, you treated me horribly. Stop doing that. Be nicer to people." And she was like, "Oh, I must. Oh, what? And I was like, "Yes, you horrible customer service." So it was cool. It was cool to be able to come back many years later and be like, "Yeah, I remember you because you treated me horribly." A common thing that some court clerks do is they assume the person in front of them knows everything. And I told them, I was like, never do that. You are there to tell them what you can do for them, what options they have, educate the people. And then some people are like, "Oh, I educated them, blah, blah, blah." No, nah, if you use all this legalese and court jargon, you're not educating the people. Got to break it down for them. That's what I always did. Then I worked my way up, and now I get to tell people what to do. So if I hear them talk like that, I can be like, "Come to my office. You suck at your job. Stop sucking. Stop sucking at your job. Go out there and do it like this." And they're like, "Thanks, Sonny. Thanks for the guidance." And then they go out there and become happy people. No, but it's an interesting job. I never thought I'd be doing that ever in my life. I never thought that. But here I am. And actually, next on the 8th, I'll be there for 10 years. It's like, man, 10 years already. Olu says some of them thrive off others' despair. That's true. I'm not even going to dispute that. That is absolutely true. Um, some people, they think that they're better than the people who receive the ticket. And I shut that down so fast. If they're one of my people, I'm like, you ain't no better than them. I was like, I can tell you millions of reasons why that person's better than you. I'm not going to do that. I go, everybody should just be treated equal. I go, treat them like you would treat your mom. They're like, "I hate my mom." I'm like, "All right, well, treat them like you should have been aborted." Then I don't know what to tell you, man. But yeah, there are some people that just thrive off of others' despair. That's a very good point. Like I said, I'm not even going to be like, "No, no, no, that's not." No, there are some people that do that. I'll shut that down right away. Elijah says, public service. Yeah, it's weird. I'm a civil servant. So if anybody attacks me while I'm at my job in my role, um, I think they get hit with felony charge immediately. I have to double check that, but I think it's a felony charge. Like if a person comes into court, sees another person there that's trying to handle a ticket, and they spit in that person's face, it's a simple assault bodily fluid charge. If they spit in my face, I think it's a felony because I think I'm a civil servant. I'm like, what? What? You're going to prison? Oh, it was a felony. That's right. I'm gonna wear a little button on my shirt that says, "Touch me, it's a felony." Elijah says modified charge. It's actually a different charge. It's not even a modified. It's like a just a completely higher charge. There are some modified charges like if it's simple assault, domestic abuse. That's a modified one. That's like simple assault, okay, but it's because your partner. Now it's modified. We actually just added here in the state of Texas a few years ago. We added the charge where if someone puts bodily fluid on you, it's a assault charge. And I was like, "What kind of bodily fluid?" And they were like, "You know what we're talking about." I go, "Explain." And they did. They felt very uncomfortable. Oh man. Seven says, "Do you keep the pants on in this work-related scenario?" No, that's how you get the body fluid. Uh, so, unfortunately, my job makes me have pants on at all times. Ola says, "Got to catch Sonny after work." Sonny after work carries a gun. Way different. So it's like, do I take the felony charge or do I end up in the hospital? It's one or the other. Either way, it's not a good look. You're going to be gone for some time, unfortunately, whoever attacks me. We had someone lady throw bottled water onto one of our people one time. And that was an assault charge on a civil servant because at the time there was, I think people were like revisiting those acid attacks. And since you don't know what liquid people are throwing at you, that lady got hit with a pretty high charge. I was like, dang. There was one lady who someone threw something at her and they got hit with the assault on a civil servant, but all of us are kind of like, she kind of asked for it. Like, she's a rude person. She's mean to people. She thinks she's better. Can we maybe knock it down to simple assault? And they're like, no, what? You can't do that. Elijah said she's a bit of the guy who spread his fecal matter all of the precinct entrance. Also, I did not. However, it's happened. That's not an isolated event. Like that's something that happens. Um, when we used to work downtown, we used to actually be in downtown Austin, and we would catch people doing that. Um, we would catch people doing drugs right on our front steps. There was one time where by the side supervisor entrance, some dude was just like blowing this chick's back out over there. He was fully butt naked, and when they asked him, they were like, "Dude, what are you doing?" He was like, "Oh man, I didn't know y'all could see me." We're like, "Dude, it's not even an alleyway or nothing. It's just like the side of the street. Like, what are you talking about?" So that happened. That was hilarious. Um, he also asked them if he could finish, and they said no, and the police arrested him. Uh, that's kind of. I mean, he's already in trouble. Let him finish. But Mr. Jones says fecal matter pass. Won't be taking that job. No, sir. I don't like it. Oh yeah, it's gross. There was one time where this guy came up to the window and he he was just staring at one of the clerks there. And she was like, "Son, this guy's weirding me out." So I walked over and I go, "Hello, sir. How can I help you today?" And I don't know what happened, but he had this hole right here on the bottom of his lip and pus just like started falling out. And I was like, that was probably the grossest thing ever happened there. I was like, oh, I'm so glad I haven't eaten yet. I probably would have threw up. It was disgusting. Elijah says feces stuff is the ultimate disrespect. I think so. Yeah. Loki says you let him finish, then his bodily fluid gets to you. I didn't catch him. I didn't catch him, but one of our IT guys did. This Joseph's plus. Nope, definitely not. Oh, so the funniest one was this lady came up to me and she had a baby with her, and The baby was hungry, so she pops the baby's head right under her shirt, lets him start feeding. And she asked me, "So what can you look up my cases?" I look up the cases. I'm like, "Okay, ma'am. Yeah, you have 3 warrants on these citations already." I go, "So if you want to pay $150, we can take your plea. We can get you started up on a payment plan if that's the issue. If that's what you're looking for." I go, "You just gotta let me know what you want to do with it." And as she's thinking, as I finished my sentence, all I heard was, and I'm like, trying to stare at this lady in her eyes to be like, I don't want to draw attention to the fact that this fool might be done at this point. But yeah, she was like, she was like just straight up breastfeeding this kid while I'm like, I need you to start talking. I done my talking. Let's not pretend like this noise isn't happening right now. This suckling noise. But she did. She just stared and like trying to think of what she should do. I was like, this is so weird. And then I was like, oh snap, you know what? I haven't taken lunch today. I started thinking about that. Then I started thinking about Coolio. At the time I met Coolio and he was sucking our boobs after every song. I was like, man, this is just a thing. And now that I've seen The Boys, Homelander does it. I'm like, what? I guess it's just a thing to do. But yeah, it's not a bad job. Not a bad job. They don't let me drink there either. I have to wear pants and I can't drink. It's kind of weird, but it is what it is. It's honest money. I'll say that. Miss Jones says, boobs. Speaking of boobs, her boobs are enormous for some reason. And she has boob bones. And she has butt bones. Like I said, this is a nice looking figure. The paint's cool and everything. The execution was not that great. Buy at your own risk. Also, buy from BBTS because their customer service is better. I got this from Executive Replicas and they never responded back. So when I did a review, I was like, well, we want to make sure we mention that. Boob bones must be painful. Can you imagine that? Oh man. You go to a strip club and they're like, try to motorboat. You're like, ow, 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 ow. Don't be so rough. I can just imagine. I can imagine this would be. Smoking Mirror says, I saw someone complain about that figure because her legs and pelvis fell off. Yeah, her legs come off easy. Her pelvis has to come off in order to get this belt on right there. I see the belt. Yeah, that is something that has to happen. Oh no, you know what? Her torso. So you pull at the boobs come off like that, and then you can take this belt off. Like I said, I don't know if you can see that right there, but the belt is actually shaped to her butt. That's kind of fun. But yeah, a little torso. Like I said, I will super glue these legs. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully I don't mess them up. I have a strong feeling that I'm gonna mess it up, and the glue's gonna get on the actual leg or the thigh, and then I'm just gonna be screwed. I can't use it at that point. Smoke Mirror says she had plastic prolapse. That's right. Elijah Provincial says, does it hinder the fig standing or holding the pose? Yes. Without her legs actually locking in and staying in, I mean, I can pretty much pose her like with her legs close to it. But as soon as I try to pose her like this, like it's really loose, and so it doesn't really hold the pose. So I couldn't really pose her a lot for the review. And then if you push her legs up too much, then her vagina starts to fall back out, and it's just like, oh come on. So like I said, it could have been executed better. I've heard other people say that her legs were extremely loose, so it might just be an issue with the figure. But yeah, as soon as I pulled her out the package, I moved that left leg and immediately fell out. Smoke Mirror says use a brush to apply the glue. Maybe I'll do that. That makes more sense. Loki Loki says, my heart breaks every time I hear quality issues about Loose Collector. I wanted them to succeed. I did too. But I do have Hell Witch and Tresse? 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 I can't remember how to say the name. Um, I like those figures. They're good figures. And so this one was just like, it was weird. And then the fact that there's no customer service really, that sucks. I was like, man, like I was hoping that they would have good customer service, but not so. Not so. Okay, Loki says, yes, Tressa. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name. That's on me. I couldn't remember the name. But the Hero Toys Orc, that was a good one. Looks like Santa Claus, but that's a good figure. So that one might get a review. This one might get a review soon. Because yeah, this is good. Like if you want a custom Hulk body, it's probably a good custom Hulk body to use. This one's good. It's a thick, almost like a Storm Collectibles, but it's hard plastic. But it's really dope. And they have multiple options for them, but I got this one. But yeah, that's a good figure. Not like what is it? JM Toys? JM Toys? Yeah, JM Toys sucks. I don't know how JM Toys is in business still. They're terrible, terrible figures. Elijah says all that armor can be removed. Yeah. Yeah. So you can pop off his wrists and then take off the arm thing. And like when you take off the arm, the only thing that sucks is like the ball joint is pretty noticeable. I took his chanclas off. It's kind of noticeable. See right there. Um, but his arm doesn't look all skinny. Like if I took off Sub Zero's gauntlets, his arm look all skinny, like it shrunk from having a cast on it for too long. It actually comes with some bare feet too, so you don't have to have the chanclas on at all times. But yeah, and then the soft good pants come off, and yeah, it all comes off. So I can see people using this body for a Hulk custom because it's a pretty good body. I like this guy's body a lot. Uh, but yeah, this is dope. This is a dope figure. Will it be in the top 10? Maybe. It's pretty good. I really like it. Speaking of top 10, have y'all got y'all top 10 list yet? My top 10, I might as well make my top 10 now because, like I said, with the car payment, I don't know, I don't know what else I'm gonna be getting if I'm gonna get anything soon. So, I might do my top 10. I'll probably do my top 10 in October. Just be like, hey, what's up? Top 10 2024. That might be in there. It's a really good figure. Also, the Conan, King Conan is a good figure too. I don't know if y'all got King Conan. He's a good figure. Odious is a good figure. I did like Odious too, and not just because like Wade's a homie, but it's a good figure. I like it. If I didn't know him, I'd still be like, this is a good figure. If I knew him personally, I'd be like, I don't know about that. Miss Joseph, your car be in the top 10. Yeah, exactly. See, while others see I got a new car, I got another car. I see I got another studio location because I will review from there if I need to. I thought about live streaming on my commutes home. Normally I just watch Kill Tony episodes, but I was like I should probably start live streaming and see what happens, or talk about whatever the new stuff is that's coming out and such. But oh, you know what else figure might be on there? Anubis from Four Horsemen. That was a good one. I like that one. King Conan on my number two. Yeah, that's a good figure, man. It's just as content, content, content. Everything is content. That's what I'm pretty much going for at this point. I'm just gonna put out all these reviews, collect my 38 cents on each video. If I make 10,000 videos, that'd be $3,800. That should take care of about 7 months of payments. That should be good. Okay. All right. So I'll do that then. I'll start with Marvel Legends. We got a bunch of those, and try to get 38 cents per review. I think it'll work. I think it'll work there. Smoke Mirror says, "Did you check out those Brutal Realm figures?" Yeah, yeah. Brutal Realm is a collective of a few different collectors. One of them being Dao Fuyan, who created the Hood's Toy of the Year piece. See right there, the Toy of the Year piece, as well as his Galactus helmet, which I need to fix to make it work properly again. But yeah, so I did check it out, and they got some cool stuff, man. They unlocked the ladies at the last minute, and the ladies look swole. Like the ladies are buff. But yeah, but yeah, so shout out to them. Good job. Congratulations to the Brutal Realm people for getting that Kickstarter going. They got a lot. They got a lot to offer on there. There's a ton of stuff that they offered on there. But yeah, no. Oh. Speaking of Kickstarters, if any of y'all backed Invincible Toys, what are they called? Uh, Invincible Toys. God, I forgot what their line was called. It slipped my mind right now. But Invincible Toys sent out an email to everybody who joined the Kickstarter. They're having legal issues, and so not sure when we're going to see those figures. They had that cowboy, the samurai. What else was there? The policeman, the construction worker. No, I'm just kidding. That's village people. No, but they had those, and I don't know the whole aspect of it, but they did send out an email saying that there was some legal issues, and they uh they had to drop their fist line. The fist line was like created by another group, so they split from them. So like their partners that were partnering up with them to create different lines split. And I think it's because of the legal issues that they were having. They were like, "Oh man, we got to bounce from this. We got to keep our hands clean." So I'm not sure. Futuristic combat soldiers. That's what they're called. And so I did back them, man, maybe like 2 years ago, maybe. And there were some delays with them like that, but this is probably gonna be the biggest delay. I'm not saying he's gonna be like that one dude that took everybody's money and never gave them the Batwing from Batman Beyond or whatever. But it sucks that he has to go through that. And I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with the update on it. See if when we can get them figures. Because that cowboy did look cool. I did back for that cowboy. I backed for that cowboy and something else. I can't remember. But yeah, it was like, oh man. Because they were supposed to have dropped already. And so was the biblical adventures. Still waiting on my Jesus. I was supposed to get my Jesus last December. Then we got my Jesus. So um anxious to see when those are dropping too. Especially because I got my eye guy, so I can make biblical accurate angels. And but yeah, no, I don't know when those are coming out either. If those come out, Jesus is gonna be my number one. I want to get to heaven one day, and if I get there, he's like, my figure was number two. You saw that? Oh man. Um, but yeah, no, can't wait to get those. Those look cool as well. Elijah says the samurai look dope. Yeah, the samurai. I want to say that was the other one that I backed. The samurai. I honestly can't remember the. I also don't know if I backed it properly. Um, I thought I had backed Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, and I was like, "Where are my figures at?" I never backed it properly. I don't know what I did. I didn't back it properly. So we'll see. We'll see what happens if I did that one right. Smoking Mirror says, speaking of Batman, or Batwing, the Todd Father is reissuing Batman the Animated Series Batwing at Target. You getting it? Nah, I'm not doing the animated series lines. Like I did the 66 Batmobile because it fits like Sentinel Miles Morales and Sentinel Spider Queen. But nah, I don't know. I like that Condiment Man bath that they had, but other than that, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'll be getting the animated series line. I see them in my Target, but my Target about my job, they have had the whole Condiment Man wave. Man, I don't know. Past few months, like it does not move off shelves here. Miss Joe says, "Jesus, oh, Sonny, detail." Exactly. That's all I'm like, man. I'd be up there with my Chick-fil-A. That's what I'm gonna do. When the Biblical Adventures come out and I review them, you're gonna see me eating Chick-fil-A during that one. Score as many points as possible. All right. Well, I should probably get to bed because I got to get to the dealership early so I can get my car. Not my car, my wife's car. Man, they were trying to sell on everything. They're like, hey, they actually told me, they're like, you want to, like, how about you get your wife a Mustang? I was like, no, I might have to drive it sometime, and I'm a dude. And the guy was like, what do you mean? I go, I can't drive a Mustang. I'm a dude. It's a girl's car. He was like, oh, what? Back in the days, that was the stereotype. For those who don't know, those who were younger than me. Um, and he was like, what? Well, what about you're saying me a Shelby Cobra is a girl's car? I go, that's a car for a girl who has a really hot chick. Oh, Miss Jones, yeah, Hellcat. Yeah, she asked me about that. She goes, "What's a Hellcat?" And I was like, "We're not getting it. Nope, not even. Don't. Like, not getting a Scat Pack. Nope, we're not getting. Nope, it's not gonna happen. Sorry." And she was like, "What if you stop buying toys?" Whoa, still not gonna happen. I would have to sell kidneys every month to get that. Actually, one of the judges at my job has one, and he was one time. He's like, "Hey, Sonny," he goes, Have you ever put your own boot on a car?" I'm like, "Put my own boot on the car?" No, what? Like, well, half the time my car doesn't even start. What are you talking about? Because he said that people were stealing Hellcats like crazy, and I'm like, dang. So he was trying to put a boot on it. He's booting his own car essentially. So I guess that's a good idea. But yeah, thank y'all all for watching. I appreciate y'all for watching. Stayed a little bit extra today, just for y'all. That's what I do. Gonna try to hit Kill Tony again next Monday. I did not make it on Kill Tony or Comedy Mothership this past Monday. But we're gonna keep trying. Fingers crossed. I hit that stage one day. Logan says, "All right, can't wait for your reviews of other people's toy picks." Yeah, dude, dude, that's gonna be hilarious. I'm gonna just review what's that fool's name? Rocco's videos. I'm gonna review his videos. We love, man, all 10 of us. Yes, got all 10 of us. But yeah, man, thank y'all everyone for tuning in. I appreciate that. Go check out the videos if y'all haven't already checked them out. Let me get that 38 cents to put towards that down payment. And see y'all in 2 weeks. I will still try to get content out there. I just have to get creative now. So we'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes. But thank y'all again. Y'all have a good night. Happy Labor Day. Happy 3-day weekend if y'all had a 3-day weekend. See y'all in 2 weeks.